Ford Cougar is a compact SUV full of ideas. It's big enough to help a mate move, small enough that they won't ask you to.
It's not going to fit, mate.
It'll get you out of a tight spot.
The contraction's getting closer.
By getting you into one. Perfect. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's go. Ford Cougar. See what we did there?
Welcome to Voices of 2014 and our brand new e-learning series packed with fantastic advice from those who have flourished in the blogging world and learned their secrets the hard way, by doing it. Over the next 5 weeks, we'll be releasing one video and fact sheet per week full of advice money can't buy. I'm joined by Lisa from The Red Thread, a stunning craft blog that showcases amazing photography. Lisa is going to share her tips and advice on creating great images and visuals for your blog.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I've been blogging at The Red Thread for more than 6 years with the aim of inspiring people to live a more creative life. I'm a graphic designer, maker and crafter, and I create original visual content for my blog and my digital magazine, as well as contributing to other blogs and websites. With the online world becoming increasingly visual, it's more important than ever to have quality visual content on your blog. And with the number of Pinterest users recently passing 70 million, original pinnable images can't be underestimated as a way to bring traffic to your blog, grow your readership and your brand. I'm going to share some of my tips and advice to help you establish a strong visual blog presence by creating great graphics and images. You can do it even if you don't think you're creative. Although this video isn't about blog design, I can't begin without mentioning the basic essentials. There's no point in creating awesome visuals to use on a blog that's, well, not quite so awesome. Design is not just about looking good, it's about visual communication. Good design can create a mood and feelings, reinforce branding, and importantly, it is key to good user experience. My number one tip is to keep it simple. Clean, minimal design trumps cluttered every time. Design and visuals should convey and enhance a message, not obscure or detract from it. These are my top 5 essentials when looking at general blog design. Number 1, always use a white or very light background. Light text on a black background may make your blog stand out from the rest, but it's hard on the eyes and not pleasant to read. Number 2, left align or justify your post body text. Never center it. When text is centered, each line starts in a different place, so it's difficult and confusing for the eye to find where to begin. It's a good way to substantially shorten a reader's attention span, and that's not what we want. 3, keep your typography simple. Don't use too many fonts. Use caps, bold, and coloured text sparingly. Overuse can be confusing and overwhelming. 3 fonts are usually enough. Number 4, make sure all your images are the same width as your post text. It looks so much more professional and easy on the eye. Use images at their original size or smaller. Files have a certain number of pixels. If you enlarge an image, you are enlarging the pixels, which results in a degradation of the quality. If an image is too small, create a montage with another shot or a graphic, or just leave it out. And lastly, and very importantly, number 5, be consistent. The single most important thing you can do to make your brand, and in this case your blog, visually memorable, strong and professional is to be consistent. Visual consistency doesn't mean being boring or stagnant. Your blog can evolve over time, but don't chop and change your visual style from post to post. So how exactly do you create great visual content for your blog if you aren't a designer? I think the best place to start is Canva. Canva is a free tool that makes designing blog graphics and photo montages super easy and fast. All you have to do is choose a template and drag and drop. It's simple to navigate and to use. You can upload your own images or choose from Canva's free library. While they have over 1 million premium images, which cost just $1 each when you publish. There are a lot of beautifully designed templates and a great selection of fonts and graphics to use on Canva. But remember the mantra, keep it simple. WordSwag is an app for iOS that's perfect for creating blog graphics, great looking quotes, and visuals for social media. It allows you to overlay text and graphics onto your photos or onto their library of backgrounds with great looking results. Good visual content is made so much better if it's original. If you use your own photos, you can tell your story infinitely better. I also find it an asset when pitching ideas for sponsored posts. By creating my own visual content as well as written content, I can offer clients my unique spin on their products or service. It's really worthwhile to invest in a good DSLR camera and to learn how to use it on the manual setting. Having said that, digital cameras can take good shots while you save up, but the photos often need a fair amount of fixing in an editing program to get them looking good. I edit my photos in Adobe Photoshop. You can also use Photoshop Elements, which is simpler than the professional version, and there are free online editing tools like PicMonkey. There are a lot of DSLR photography courses both online and offline, and many books on the subject. If you want to take amazing photos, learn how to use your camera and practice. These are my top tips for improving your photography. 1. Good lighting is a must. Lighting is one of the most important things to get right. Forget the flash. It flattens things, washes them out, and creates harsh shadows. Avoid shooting in direct sun unless you are after high contrast and strong shadows. Indirect, natural light is ideal. It's beautiful and soft, and if you are shooting with a DSLR, you can easily change the aperture and shutter speed of settings to create the ambience that you want. These two shots were taken one straight after the other on a sunny afternoon. All I did was change the camera settings. 2. Composition. Don't automatically put your subject in the centre of the viewfinder. Photos are more interesting if you compose them with thought, or crop your images after you shot them. Consider the whole composition, including the negative spaces. 3. Point of view. Consider changing your point of view. Get up close, move back, shoot from above or get down low. These 3 photos are just different angles of one setup. 4. Remove the clutter. Take notice of what's in your shot. Make the background simple and use the depth of field on your DSLR to throw the background out of focus. 5. Edit. Take lots of photos and then edit. I often take over 100 photos and edit them down to use just 6 to 10 of them on my blog. The photos you use in a blog post need to tell a story and shouldn't be repetitive. It's better to have a few great shots than make readers scroll through dozens that don't offer anything different. The question I most often get asked is about my studio setup to shoot products, tutorials and still life images. The truth is that it's super simple, and my studio, in inverted commas, is a corner of my living room. All you need is a surface next to a window and to shoot at a time of day when the sun isn't coming directly in. My setup consists of this small wall, a couple of white stools and 2 large pieces of white foam core board. If you don't have white walls, foam core, which is available from art supply shops, makes a perfect backdrop. You can also use it as a tabletop surface and it makes a perfect light reflector. This is an example of how you can fake a studio. The photo on the left is the final shot and the one on the right is behind the scenes. I was on a tight deadline and the sun was blasting through the window, so I set everything up on the opposite side of the room, just in front of the front door. I needed the dream catcher to look like it was hanging above a bed. So I laid 2 stools on their side and put a piece of foam core on top. Then I added bed linen, pillows and cushions. Another great trick is to tape a large piece of paper to the wall and to the tabletop to create a curved, seamless backdrop. If original photography isn't something that fits within your blog content, for example, you might blog about the latest trends in fashion or interiors, you can still make the content your own. Anyone can regurgitate a press release, a lookbook or a Pinterest board, but you can create original visual content in the way that you curate it and add your aesthetic. You can create a montage, add numbers, text or graphics. Most bloggers do some kind of list, roundup or compilation. They are the perfect opportunity to create a great visual. If you're stuck and you don't know what your style should be, look at what other bloggers are doing and see what you like. Look at magazines and books too. Then work out why they appeal to you. It might be that the photos are circular instead of rectangular, or they are placed on a grid, or the way the text has been added, or the use of colour. Use this as a starting point to build your own signature style. Remember, it's about inspiration, not copying. Another opportunity is, if you have a regular topic on your blog, create a graphic to brand and identify those posts. Doing this will create continuity and a visual cue for your readers. Don't forget, if you're using images that you don't create, to always credit them properly. Remember, Pinterest isn't a source. Link with love in the same way you'd want someone to link to your content. So I've barely scratched the surface on this topic. There is so much more to share, but I hope you're inspired and have some new ideas to create awesome visual content for your blog. Just get started, be open to inspiration, experiment until you find your own visual language and style.
We hope you've enjoyed this segment of the Voices of 2014 e-learning blogger masterclass. A massive thank you must go to the Voices of 2014 sponsor, Ford, for making today's segment possible. Plus, don't forget to download your fact sheet under the video on this page. We'll see you next week.